Okay, let's dig into this. Today, we're looking at an online store called Clara and Rose Boutique. Sells women's clothes, coats, shoes, you know the type. And the prices look really attractive, first glance. The website, well, it looks great. Really polished, clean, professional. Makes you feel like it's a totally legitimate place to shop.
Exactly. And that shiny surface is what we need to peer behind today. Our job here is to spot the warning signs that our sources found hiding under that design. We want to give you a shortcut, really, to figuring this stuff out quickly. Not just what the red flags are, but why they actually matter.
Right, so where do we start peeling back the layers?
It often starts with the basics, like who are they? Brand credibility.
The About Us page, or the lack thereof in this case.
Pretty much. It's really thin, doesn't tell you much at all. No real story, no background on who started it, no mission.
Which feels kind of weird for a fashion brand, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They usually love telling their story.
Totally. It's unusual. I mean, that lack of detail, that sort of hiding who they are, it's a flag.
Mm.
If there's no clear company info, no address, who's responsible if, something goes wrong.
Okay, fair point.
Yeah.
But maybe they're just like a tiny startup trying to keep things lean.
Could be. But even new brands usually want some kind of validation out there, social proof. They build a nice site, they want people talking about it. The fact that there's almost no verifiable information forces you to look elsewhere for proof they're real. And that leads to the next issue.
The silence.
Yeah, exactly. Silence. You search for Clara and Rose Boutique anywhere but their own website.
Like Instagram, fashion blogs,
Yeah.
review sites.
Right. And you find, well, basically nothing. It's like they're invisible online, outside their own little bubble.
So if they have all these happy customers buying cute clothes, wouldn't somebody be talking about it, posting pictures?
You'd think so, especially these days. If the clothes are good and affordable, people usually share that. The fact that nobody seems to be talking about them, well, it makes you wonder how real that customer base actually is.
Okay, so no background info, no outside buzz. What about the products themselves? The pictures looked good.
They do look stylish, but that's another tricky area. A lot of the images look familiar,
Familiar how?
like generic stock photos or pictures you might see on completely different websites, maybe even big platforms like AliExpress or Amazon.
So they might not even have the products themselves, just using pictures from somewhere else.
It definitely raises that possibility. It smells a bit like, drop shipping maybe, but without being clear about it, they show you a nice photo.
But what you actually get might be different because they're not controlling the quality or even seeing the item.
Precisely. You're buying the picture, essentially. And that risk ties into the final big red flag our sources picked up on, confusion around the practical stuff.
Like shipping, returns.
Exactly.
No.
Logistics. The details on returns and refunds are often really unclear or hard to find.
Which is convenient if the product doesn't match the photo.
Yeah.
Makes it harder for people to send things back.
It certainly acts that way. If you're potentially selling something that isn't quite as advertised, making returns difficult is, well, a way to protect your bottom line. It's a barrier.
Okay, so let's pull this together for you listening. It sounds like the sources aren't saying it's definitely a criminal scam.
No, not necessarily an outright scam.
But there are some serious warning signs stacking up. Lack of transparency, no external proof, dodgy photos, confusing returns. It all points to a pretty high risk that you might not get what you expect. And it could be a hassle.
Yeah, the advice really has to be careful, very careful. Use secure payments, obviously that's standard, but maybe pay extra attention to that return policy before you buy. If it sounds vague or deliberately complicated, that itself might be the biggest sign to maybe look elsewhere.
It really highlights this broader challenge, doesn't it? It's getting so easy to make a website look amazing. How do you quickly check out a new online store that pops up with great deals before you click buy? Makes you think. For you personally, when you're shopping online somewhere new, what's the one piece of information, that non-negotiable thing, you absolutely have to see before you trust them, something to ponder?